Hey guys, thanks for obviously stopping by watching the video. Just remember, if you like it, just leave a like. Um, and if you do find yourself coming back here on the regular, then please subscribe. It may not help you a lot, but it does help me a lot. So thank you, and let's get on with the video. Bonjour mes amis, je suis the Canadien, and welcome to the QB Huddle session this week. After a very exciting week one in the football world. There's still news to talk about, and damn sure we better be ready for it. A lot of things happened in week one. First thing I want to talk about was the backlash that Nathaniel Hackett received from, well, doing the stupid thing. Having Brandon McManus kick for a fucking field goal 64 yards out when the guy has never hit a fucking field goal further than 60 yards in his entire career. When you threw all that money at a fucking quarterback and fucking traded a bunch of futures to get him. But this is the Broncos, and if anything, the thing Hackett's a fucking idiot. Seriously though, fire him. We've seen enough. Fire him. Broncos fans have think seen enough. Broncos country, let's cry. There was a litany of fucking injuries that occurred this past week in the NFL. But let's go over some of those injuries, shall we? Make sure that, no audio plays. So this is what we had. This is what we have. For ejections, there was actually an ejection from Lions safety Tracy Walker, who was ejected in the third quarter after throwing a punch and picking up 2 personal fouls on the same play, because apparently he's now having discipline issues. For injuries, we start with the Ravens. Jawan James suffering a torn Achilles versus the Jets. And this happened in the second quarter, and probably his season may be over. Bengals receiver T. Higgins suffered a concussion. Was ruled out of the game against the Steelers. Dak Prescott will need surgery. Well, actually, at the time of this recording, has already undergone surgery for his throwing hand after injuring it against the Buccaneers on Sunday Night Football. Also being injured for the Cowboys, offensive lineman Connor McGovern is out with an ankle injury, and safety Jerron Kearse is out with a knee injury. For the Packers, it's John Runyon Jr., who suffered a concussion against the Vikings. Corner Keyshawn Nixon, I think his name is, suffering a shoulder injury. Linebacker Quay Walker, again a shoulder injury. And linebacker Chris Barnes suffering an ankle injury in week one. For the Chiefs, Harrison Butker suffered an ankle injury. He briefly exited the game but returned, and has since been ruled out for week 2, for allowing Matthew Amendola to start. Justin Reed, who was a safety, handled kicking duties, and hell, he actually did pretty damn good. Cornerback Trent McDuffie was also ruled out with a hamstring injury, and Justin Watson was ruled out because of a chest injury. This is a long injury report, folks, so stay fucking tuned for this. For the Raiders, it is just Anthony Everett with a thumb, Trayvon Mullen with a hip injury, Brandon Bolden suffering a hamstring injury, receiver DJ Turner with an ankle injury, and Denzel Perriman with an ankle injury. All of them leaving the game against the Chargers and did not return. For the Chargers, it is just Keenan Allen was ruled out against the Raiders with a hamstring injury. For the Dolphins, Austin Jackson with an ankle injury, and tight end Stephen Carter was ruled out with a head injury. The Vikings only lost corner Andrew Booth, suffering a quad injury against the Packers and did not return. For the Patriots, it was Mac Jones suffering back spasms in the game against the Dolphins. MRIs not MRIs. X-rays came back negative, and he was a full participant at practice today, and is optimistic about his possibly starting against the Steelers on Sunday. Adrian Phillips was also ruled out because of rib injury. For the Giants, it's just Wan'Dale Robinson suffering a knee injury and did not return. For the Eagles, it's Derek Barnett suffering a knee injury as well against Detroit. For the Steelers, TJ Watt suffered a pectoral injury. And at first, it seemed like his season was over, but a second opinion ruled that he did not need surgery on it, and he'll be back in 6 weeks. As well as Najee Harris suffering a foot injury. Cornerback Levi Wallace suffered an ankle injury, and center Mason Cole suffered an ankle injury. For the Niners, it is running back Elijah Mitchell was ruled out against the Bears with a knee injury, and I don't know how long he's going to be out. They don't tell us here. For Chris Godwin on the Buccaneers, suffering a hamstring injury, and Donovan Smith with an elbow injury were ruled out against the Cowboys. Godwin, I believe, is expected to miss a few weeks. Titans linebacker Ola Adeniyi, I don't know how to say his name, I'm sorry, was injured with a shoulder injury against the Giants and did not return. In the last two injuries, we got Pedarian Mathis suffering a knee injury and was carted to the locker room and was ruled out, and losing offensive lineman Wes Schweitzer suffering a knee injury as well. A lot of injuries in week 1, to say the very fucking least. Honestly, though, to kind of just, oh yeah, right here. Players of the week so far, we have, honestly, quarterback Patrick Mahomes. I mean, come on, 5 touchdown passes and 360 passing yards. That's a damn good week, and that's damn well deserving of that. As well as Saquon Barkley of the Giants. I think that makes sense too, because 164 rushing yards, yeah, that's going to get you player of the week. Any fucking week, no matter what. Rodrigo Blankenship, after missing the game-winning field goal against the Texans that led to the fucking tie, the nerd has been kicked from the team. Bye-bye, nerd. Why is he nerd? Oh, I mean, I'm wearing glasses, but these are blue lights. They're prescription blue lights, okay? Also, the Browns unveiled their midfield logo, and it's Brownie the Elf. Wow, that's a name we haven't heard of in a while. Brownie the Earth is back. We think. We'll see. But he is on the midfield, he is acting as a midfield logo, to the delight of Browns fans, I guess. But, you just gotta love to see it. But, honestly, though, this has been a weird week. Jamal Adams is, I forgot to mention this in the injury report. Jamal Adams, right now, is feared to have torn his quad. It's being feared that he's tore his quad tendon against the Broncos on Monday night, but at this time we don't know if that's the case. At the time of this recording, it is Wednesday night, so a lot can change between now and then. Former Chiefs assistant coach Britt Reed has on Monday pled guilty to a felony driving while intoxicated charge, resulting in serious physical injury stemming from a crash in 2021 when his pickup truck struck 2 cars that were stopped on the interstate entrance ramp and that injured a 5-year-old. This is why you don't drive while you're intoxicated, kids, because it might ruin your life and it might ruin somebody else's life. if they even live after that. I don't know, man. You can't make this shit up. You can't. Moving on right here. The NFLPA is expecting Executive Director DeMaurice Smith will step down in 2025, and they will have a successor in place no later than that. I mean, you're telling us this 3 years early? I mean, for one, congratulations on your career, but 3 years early? Really? I don't understand it. I don't understand it, okay? Oh, yeah, here we go. The Darren Waller extension with the Raiders. Very handsomely paid, so 3 years, $51 million total. I think he deserves it because he is a damn good tight end. I mean, damn good. If anything, if last season proved anything, it's probably a sign of good things to come in his career. Moving on, Lamar Jackson could not agree to terms on a new deal with the team and will instead play on his tenure. Man, you can't always worry about a contract right now because it's season start and you just want to focus on playing football. I don't necessarily blame Lamar Jackson, but I don't know. I'm trying to get back to why I did something stupid. But it's okay. Dwayne Haskins, we all heard about him a few months ago when it was announced that he unfortunately passed in a fatal accident. The Steelers will be honoring him this season by wearing a helmet decal of his old number 3 on their helmets during the entire season to honor the late QB. It sucks because he wasn't even there that long. He didn't even have a career for that long, but damn. What could have been, man? What could have been? Moving on. The Titans did agree to a new contract with safety Amani Hooker on a 3-year deal worth more than $33 million. The specifics are not yet known, even though that was posted 5 days ago, or 6 if you're watching this. Please fucking tell us. It was also said that Aaron Donald submitted a retirement letter to the Rams during the off season when he was still having his doubts about if he wanted to continue his career. They never sent it to the league. They instead waited a day on it. They talked to Aaron Donald, and they decided, yeah, you're not gonna retire. You're gonna sign this extension. Okay. So what was that? Honestly, what were the biggest upsets of week 1? In my honest opinion. To wrap up this video. Because it doesn't look like there's much else. Which there isn't. So, what are my biggest upsets of week 1? Biggest upsets were definitely the Bears and the Giants. Those are my 2 biggest upsets of the week. Because, pretty much fucking plainly put it, that was fucking atrocious play by the Titans. Same thing with the... I forgot what I said. Giants is definitely the biggest upset there. Texans another big upset as well. The Bears shocking everyone by actually winning the fucking football game. But for the last piece, I'm going to go over my top 10 teams so far in terms of how they played and how they look, and basically how they look right now. Number 10, This is kind of a hard one here, but I'm gonna go with the Miami Dolphins. They looked good in the game against New England. I will give them credit for that. They looked good, and they looked like they have the good pieces. They only managed to get a couple touchdowns though, but hey, points are points and a win's a win. The Dolphins looked okay. At number 9, I have Baltimore. Baltimore looked good, damn good, in the week over against the Jets. I mean, albeit it's against the Jets, but they did look hella good. Mar still was able to get the ball out to his receivers and all that, and he was still able to run like he's a goddamn running back. Simple as that. Number 8, we have the Chargers, in my opinion. The Chargers looked good. I feel like the Chargers have a lot of upside, but they need to get over those little bit of injury woes, and I think they'll be okay. I said I think. At number 7, I gotta hand it to them. The Bengals. Yes, they may have lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers, but they're still honestly the best team in that fucking division. They really are. If last year proved anything, they're still the best team in that division. I don't give a shit what the Browns say. But the Bengals, I think they look good, and I think they're worthy of number 7. At number 6, I'm going to go NFC this time, and I'm taking the Vikings. The Vikings, yeah, especially when your receiver has a career game of 184 receiving yards. Yeah, I think you guys are good. And you beat your division rivals and the division bully, aka the Packers. Hey, that's pretty good too. That just makes you look even better. At number 5, maybe a little bit of a shocker, the Seahawks. The only reason they won that game, simply put it, was because Nathaniel Hackett is a fucking idiot. Granted. But Geno Smith actually looked pretty serviceable. I'm shocked to say it, but he had a really good first half, completing his first 13 passes of the game. That's still pretty fucking good. And he can run. The dude can fucking run. There is no doubt about that. If they could keep this up, I think Seattle will be okay. Plus, with the added weapon of Noah Fant, and the added defensive help with Shelby Harris, yeah, I think they'll be okay. I genuinely think they will be okay. At number 4, I'm going to hand this one to the Rams. What? Wait, why so low, Logical Canadian? Jesus Christ, that's a little harsh, don't you think? Yeah, I know it's a little harsh, but considering when you got ass blasted by the Bills in week 1, yeah, I'm going to be a little bit harsh. But there's still a little bit of empathy there because, Super Bowl champs, Cooper Kupp getting 32 fantasy points. That's still damn good, but you needed to polish the gem a little bit. You needed a little more, but you couldn't get it done. Not to the fault of your own, but yeah, the Bills defense is just really good. At number 3, I'm going to hand this one back to the AFC, and I'm going to go with the Pittsburgh Steelers, mainly because of one name. Cade York. Now, why am I saying Cade York? 58 yards. Gets a fucking 58-yard field goal in his first NFL game. That would help the team win the game. If it wasn't for Cade York, the Browns would be 0-1. And everyone would be laughing at the Browns alongside Baker for them getting shit-fucked again. Number 2, this was a little bit of a difficult decision. The Chiefs at number 2. Now, why am I having the Chiefs at number 2? Didn't they completely own Arizona Cardinals franchise? Yes. Didn't Patrick Mahomes have 5 touchdowns? Yes. But then they lose Tyreek? Yeah, but they fucking persevered through it and they made their other receivers look damn good. Juju even had a little bit of a good game. So you can't be mad about that. And who am I going to give number 1? The Bills. Why am I giving the Bills the number 1 spot? Their defense is fucking solid. Damn solid. The receiving core looked very good in that first game. And they fucking absolutely took that win. No mercy. No fucking mercy. But that will do it for the QB Huddle session this week. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, leave a like. Comment down below what you guys want to see next. And if you haven't done so already, and you find yourself coming back to the channel often, make sure you click subscribe. It may not help you out, but it helps me and the channel out more. But until next time, je suis le logique canadien. Bonne nuit, et au revoir.